Anyway, welcome to Metroid Prime, everybody! I just like this music.
Hey, everybody!
Metroid Prime came out in the year 2002. It was the very first 3D Metroid game.
Everybody was waiting the whole life cycle of the N64.
It's true, no Metroid games that came out for the N64, except for the Smash Brothers. So...
Yeah, I guess Samus was in there.
So, just so you know, I'll fix this in post, but Doodler, your voice is way softer than the game audio in my headphones. So, that's the thing that I can't really fix at the moment.
Okay, well, it's recording right on my Audacity, so...
Well, that's good. So we're going to start right in, and we're going to hope this frame rate isn't terrible, and it's going to be fun.
Let's all jump right in. Let's all jump right on. And so forth.
Guys, there has been an unidentified distress beacon, which is coughing to death. Hold on, I gotta take a drink. It's gone to Talon 4. Talk about Talon 4 while I'm taking a drink.
Talon 4 is the planet that Ridley comes from.
Is that... I don't know if that's true.
It's the planet he named after his talons.
But I guess he does have like 4 paws. 4 foot.
He doesn't hide his talons under a bushel.
He lets his talons shine.
Like a city on a hill.
Like a Ridley on a hill. Why are we just quoting the Bible here? Okay.
Well, gotta quote something. Darned if an apostle's gonna quote the Bible.
Yeah, that doesnn't sound like it. Oh my gosh, I just realized, guys. I don't know if this is popping up in the preview, but my notifications are on. So in the corner it says, the player Doodler's live.
I can see both of those, yes, from here.
Okay.
I don't know if they're on in the video.
I don't think they're in the video. So this is... I'm going to have to disable those in a second. But before I do, we've got to finish this opening cutscene where... Oh, no, I definitely have to disable them because they're killing the frame rate again. Dun, 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 dun.
Gotta land on that planet. I mean, that space station. What's the space station again?
It's Talon 4, the space station over Talon 4.
Oh.
I don't know what the space station's called. It's the unidentified distress signal station. Copyright 2002.
By Ridley.
Ridley.
Ridley LLC. No, it's great. I really like, even though this was GameCube, because when the N64 came out, you had these really hideous polygons. And they, about GameCube, PlayStation 2 times, when Dreamcast, you know, all that era,
right,
they finally caught up and the polygons looked kind of streamlined and weren't just hideous.
Right. Well, this is actually outputting at 1080p, so the polygons are even better, which is probably why we're having kind of a lag. Because, oh, Samus, you're lagging so much. But
That's good to me, though.
No,
better than it was Monday.
This is literally, this opening cutscene is literally half this length. It's playing at half speed, which is why it's taking so long for her to stand up. I gotta disable these notifications.
Okay, disable those real quick.
Okay, 1 second, we'll be right back. So yeah, so Doodler will be tied with chat. Should be interesting.
No, release me from being tied with chat.
Oh my gosh, but it runs so much better. Oh, we found it. That was the problem. The screen sharing is death. All right, so tell me when it unpauses, just so I know kind of how far back it is.
Looks like it's working right now.
Okay, so Metroid Prime. Let's talk about the game now that it's working. The reason we're playing Metroid Prime, 2 reasons. 1, because it's like one of my favorite games of all time. And number 2, because they just announced at E3 like a week ago from when we're recording, Metroid Prime 4, which all they said was like a title. They didn't actually say anything about it.
Had the number 4 next to it.
Yes, and also, there's a weird bug that you're going to see. I'm pointing at it. It just fell down. I'm anticipating how excited you're going to be by this weird bug.
I saw it. It looks
did?
pretty weird.
Okay, so you're not that far behind.
Well, I saw some bugs in the corridor. Were those the weird bugs?
Those were the weird bugs. Okay.
Yes, I see him.
Now I'm approaching a room with a dead space pirate in it, and I'm scanning him. So, Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4 hasn't come out yet. Metroid Prime 1, I'm going to turn down the sound a little bit on
Which
my
is the
end.
one we're currently playing.
The one we're currently playing. The gimmick is to learn the story of this game, you have to scan things. Like, I just scanned a door. That is the entrance to Deck Alpha Umbilical Hall. Which is exciting. That was a space pirate who was almost dead. If these little scanny icons, if they're orange, that means that it's not important. If they're red, they will be recorded in your logbook. I'm going to try to scan at least the red ones. Probably not all the orange ones, because then we'll be here all night.
And we don't want to be here all night, man.
So you guys, while I'm playing, tell me your Metroid Prime experience. Like, have you ever played it? Is it your favorite game? I know Sir Watts, it's the only Metroid he's ever finished. This is the map station here.
This one time, I was doing a player and Doodler stream and I watched the player play the game. That's my experience.
Oh, why are you suddenly Mexican?
It's the voice I went into. I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's the voice of the space pirates. They're all Mexican. They're like,
oh man.
They're like, ¿Qué tal, Samus? Samus. And Samus is like, I don't speak your phraseology.
And the Mexicans are like, that's racist, man.
Or they could be like pirates, you know, pirate accent. Yar, Samus. Ye scurvy schemes will earn ye a one-way trip to Umbilical Hall B, or whatever.
And Samus is like, that's racist. Pirate racist.
Pirate racist? Oh, because they're just talking like stereotypical pirates.
Right.
And then the pirates are like, yeah, I know, it's not our real voice. It's just our thing. And then I shoot them in the face. Like this guy, he's almost dead.
Get him.
Now he's dead too. And this guy's coming around the corner. He is now... Yar! I'll get you! Oh, I'm dead.
We forgot that phrase in our bingo cards. We forgot that's racist, unless you put it in there.
I think it's in there somewhere. Sir Watts is saying...
Do our bingo game, guys.
I think... Okay, here's the only red pirate data on this frigate. So here's what happens. Zebus has fallen, Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal, or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Your research frigates Orpheon, Syriac Yohuzra, and Vol...
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
And Vol... I'm not reading them like Korcha.
Oh,
Anyway,
right.
the basic gist of this is that we blew up a planet and these frigates escaped. Orpheon is the one we're on, and there are Metroids on it.
Orpheon is a planet or the frigate?
The frigate. The planet is Talon 4, and they brought Metroids with them, which is probably not wise.
Isn't Talos 4 a Star Trek planet?
No, that's Talos 4. This is Talon 4.
All right, slight difference.
That's like the big brain dudes. They've got brain problems.
In Metroid or in Star Trek?
In space. No, in Star Trek.
Big brain dudes.
Aren't those the Talosians from like the pilot?
Oh yeah, that's that's from the menagerie.
Yeah,
in the cage.
The menagerie.
Whichever
Right.
one you want.
Here's more floating
Got
bugs.
2 versions of it.
I'm just pointing out all the floating bugs because this is important. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing a speed run of this game, obviously, because I'm kind of taking my time through these corridors and stuff. But I am going to be doing a couple of sequence breaks that'll be fun.
Ooh, is that floating bug in that stasis thing? Are they doing experiments on it?
They're parasites, yeah. If I take the time to read all of the scan data, which I'm not going to, basically they are injecting this unknown substance into all these parasites to see what it does. And some of them are growing bigger and getting yucky.
Thanks for toning it down for me. Those bugs are growing bigger and getting yucky, and they're probably grumpy and bad.
They're tumblies.
That's for you, Zoe.
No, oh, I thought you were being Samus there for a second. Oh, these space pirates. They're so cute.
Now Samus talks like Zoe.
Ah, what the door is closed. The door got impatient because I was trying to get some health and it closed in my face. Open back up, door. Door doesn't know what it's doing. I'm kind of sad that you're not tied with me, because then you can't be like, oh, that door. You'll have to be like 20 seconds later. Yes.
I can't scream at the same time as you.
We'll have, if you feel the need to scream, please do, because this is a save point.
If you feel the need to scream, talk about it.
Then we'll scream something out. What were we saying last night? That Talon 4 was like, not last night, but our failed recording. Talon 4 was like Ridley's doctor license, and he gave you the Talos IV or whatever.
Yes, Talon IV.
Talon IV. Now you got me saying Talos.
He put his talons into your blood.
Gross. Let me take out some Metroid DNA. I don't know. Anyway, this is the first boss fight of the game. Remember those little bugs that were floating around everywhere?
I guess I have to remember them.
You remember them? It was not that long ago.
Yes, I remember them.
This is the queen of the bugs, the parasite queen. You see the little crown on her? There isn't actually a crown, it's just a big bug thing.
Should I draw a crown on her?
If you want to. I
to it.
I bet she'll be very proud of your crown that you draw on her.
It'll be on the crown of her head.
Oh, I get it. She's a female, you can tell because something misogynist.
Bug. She's a life-sucking bug.
Ha! I get it. Anyway, I'm going to fire all missiles. She took like 6 seconds to kill. Because it's the first boss. She's not that hard. You can, by the way, here's a trick I didn't know, and this only works in Metroid Prime 1. Actually, I did know it. Why did I say I didn't know? You might not know.
I know all the things now.
Before I get to that trick, we've got to evacuate, because it's not a Metroid game without a ridiculous escape sequence. Only in this game, they put it at the beginning of the game. We've got 6 minutes, or 7 minutes.
That's weird.
Have you seen the Parasite Queen yet? How far back are you?
Yeah, I saw her. I saw you beat her.
Okay. So I'm worried about this timing now, because I'm talking about stuff, and you're like, whatever, I don't even care.
I didn't say whatever, I'm doing fine. It's you making these things up in your brain.
Anyway, here are the space pirates fighting some ugly thing, but then everybody dies.
Well, everybody's got to do something.
Here's something you'll learn very quickly about the space pirates. They're all idiots. Like, we'll be reading a lot of stuff from them later, where they're basically like, our science team found this weird substance and we're just injecting it into crap and seeing what happens. And that's basically the point of Metroid Prime, is that the space pirates are just injecting a bunch of like crap into things and seeing what happens. And it's Samus has to clean up their mess like the maid.
Sick.
And she's like, you space pirates, can't you keep playing for 5 seconds? Anyway, now we're
just cleaned up in here.
Now we're playing Metroid Pinball, going down these tubes. You go as a ball because you're slightly quicker unless you're going uphill.
I remember when I used to watch you play this in college. Because when you're in the first-person mode, I get really dizzy. But when you go to the ball, I'm like, because you like step back.
I ran out of missiles. There we go.
I just remember that, just old memories. And then we play Metroid Prime 2 and do hacker mode.
We'll do that in the future. You and I will multiplayer that.
That'll be fun.
It gets a bad rap because it's not, I guess it's not Halo quality multiplayer, but we had fun with it.
Yeah, Halo you can't turn into a morph ball.
Yeah, and you can't get into Halo. Oh! Hold on, I just almost got crushed. Tell me when I almost get crushed.
Get into it. What were you saying? In Halo you can't do what?
You can't go into hacker mode either, I assume.
You almost got crushed.
Okay, so probably about 10 seconds behind. Anyway, this is a very important area because you first see this young gentleman.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He's like, hey, I'm in this game now. I'm your doctor. Better put on this gown. I'm giving you a Talon IV. Actually, he just flies away. And like through the roof. He's like Kool-Aid Ridley. Oh yeah.
Good old Ridley.
Wonder what he's doing these days. Probably a lot of commercials.
Like the get up noise.
Like the get up noise. No, you know, he's prepping for Metroid Prime 4, you know. You got to do the press rounds.
I wonder if the entire plot of Metroid Prime 4 will just be a giant apology for Other M.
It'll just be Yoshio Sakamoto going, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, guys, I'm so sorry. Samus just got out of the 80s because she lost her giant shoulder pads.
Oh, I like those shoulder pads. They were the thing that she wore.
This is how they justify the fact that you lose all your items at the beginning of this game is random explosion makes everything blow up.
A random explosion makes everything blow up.
That's what I said. Don't make fun.
Because it's... Of course a random explosion makes everything blow up.
No, but I mean, like, no other explosion in the game makes her lose items.
Oh, I see.
Like, I can't turn into a ball anymore. I can't shoot no missiles no more.
That's because Adam hasn't authorized you to use those powers.
Oh, that's right. Because he's not even in this game. Samus is like, how could I do anything without someone authorizing me? Anyway.
More direction.
So Ridley blew up his own...
More micromanaging.
Ridley blew up his own space station just to get away from you. Because he's like, oh, I think Samus and Ridley used to date. He's like, oh, this is awkward. I got to get out of here. And he like jumped out a window. But then the space station blew up because, you know, space. You don't jump out windows without explosive decompression. And Samus is like, wait, you still got my CDs. I'm going to follow you. That's what people do when they break up, right?
How would you know?
Oh, I've broken up a lot.
Wait, which are you in the relationship? Are you... See, is Ridley must be Lisa Thurman.
Oh, sheesh.
That sounds about right.
Ridley is Lisa Thurman?
Yeah.
That's awkward. Are you eating chips?
No, I'm getting markers out for
Sheldon
drawing, as I am wont to do.
Gotcha. So anyway, this is the surface of Talon 4. It's like a marsh or something. And for 2002, these graphics are really cool. You can kind of see they're a little more pixelated because I'm running at 1080p. And so there are some polygons that are sharp and some textures that are, and some that are very much not. So, but that's okay.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, it had come to the stage of polygons where even now, you know, it's not hard to look at, like, going back to N64, and you're like, ugh, it's so, like, sharp and edgy and pixely.
Right, so sharp and edgy, like the 90s.
No, you can see, like, every single edge, and it's all jagged and everything. Like, going and playing the first Twisted Metal is...
Right.
It's just a nightmare.
So I'm going to do a sequence break here. Sometimes I'm pulled off the first try, sometimes it takes me, like, 20, so... this one is obviously going to take me 20. Hopefully it will be quick. But this, but it'll be way quicker to do this now than to do it later. Because you see, right when you land on the planet, you can get the space jump. If you don't keep screwing up the way to do it, which I keep doing.
Stop doing that. Do it right.
Oh, do it right. I'm sorry. I was, This is so embarrassing, guys. I'm going to get kicked out of the speedrunning community.
That you're a part of.
That I've longed to be a part of. I've looked outside their windows at their clubhouse. And it says no homers. They're allowed to have one.
Just gonna say that.
Boom! First try! When I reload it.
I was gonna say it was probably a...
So, well, I'm good because that means all those times I didn't do it, aren't going to happen, are going to be counted in my in-game time because I reloaded and did it the first try. That was great. See? Samus just, I needed to reload the alternate Samus that could jump.
That's what it was. That's the cannon.
That's the can?
Cannon!
Oh, the
official story.
The arm cannon that she shoots out of. Anyway, the whole point of that was to get the space jump boots first. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, now I'm definitely going to save it before anything else happens.
Don't screw it up!
Not planning on it.
That's always good.
Okay, so with the space jump, you can do a double jump. In the other games, it's like a jump infinite thing, but in this game, you just go 1, 2, like that. So now we are going to look in some beetles. Oh, hello there, Samus. Samus, help us, help us.
Why are they getting hit by the giant recreation of Queen Victoria?
And here are your favorite creatures, old Doodler.
Are they gamers or screeblers?
Well, these are actually zoomers, but they're from
That's not a gamer or
That's
a
a
gamer.
It's this red thing I'm scanning right now.
I believe you.
It's a gamer. I can't kill it because I don't have missiles yet. But now that I've got this space jump, I can sequence break a whole lot of things and make the first part of the game really ridiculous. What
was the,
Oh crap, forgot to turn off the hit system.
So the gamer's a spiked beetle?
Yeah. I'm going to turn off the hint system because I'm going to be getting things out of order. That thing. That just blew up.
Yeah. Looks like a Needler from Halo.
A Needler and from a Halo.
Is that a Needler from Halo? What's wrong with you?
Is that some from Halo that's like, hey, remember when you did that terrible thing in high school? Yeah? You remember that? Remember that? You jerk.
I'm poking you in the side.
Go drink poison.
You're a terrible person. I'm never inviting you to my high school reunion.
Stab yourself with a katana. Anyway, so this is the Chozo ruins. It's got Chozo lore. I'm not going to, like, literally read them, but I'll give you the gist of it, which is basically this. There's a fountain in our city. It's the jewel of the Chozo, but it speaks of a clouded future.
A terrible curse.
There's a fountain, and it spoke of visions of bad things, and we have no idea what it's talking about. Whoa, slow down. Okay. These are the Chozo ruins, guys. Here's your picturesque introduction. While we're in the Chozo ruins, I will start talking about Metroid Prime and how I love this game. But actually, before I do that, I've got to kill a lot of beetles. Crikey. Here's our second sequence break, which is getting an early missile expansion, which we can do now that we've got the space jump. Now I don't have to get the missile launcher, which takes forever to get.
Thank goodness. Am I right, ladies?
So, boo to Chozo. Why? What did Chozo ever do to you?
You choose a different Chozo.
Boo, Chozo. More facts. More Chozo facts. Did you know that the Chozo ruins is the reddest planet from the sun, or whatever? The reddest planet from the sun. That didn't make any sense.
The reddest planet from the sun.
Look, I'm gonna cheat and get the morph ball before I'm supposed to, because I've got the space jump.
Excellent. I'm gonna turn the light on in my room. Just 1 second.
I will believe you. But here's the funny thing. You're supposed to fight a mini-boss to get the morph ball. And this is what the mini-boss looks like.
Lights on in my room.
It's like a million of those stupid beetles. Oops. I did not mean to do that.
Of the gamers?
And then you have to... No, not the gamers, just beetles. And then you have to fight, like, the mother beetle. But I'm just not going to do that. And just walk away.
I am the mother beetle. What you doing? Hurting my young little boys.
That's right, Mother. Help us. Don't let the bad man take us away.
Why is the mother beetle also Ridley?
Now it's a crazy woman. It's a crazy old British woman.
Oh, it's British Ridley, or as we call her, Britley. That's what
Ridley,
they call Ridley.
That's when Britney Spears and Ridley had a relationship, and then the tabloids they just referred to her as Britney.
And she was like, I'm trying to think of Britney Spears songs.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
That's what I was thinking of. I was trying to think of a Ridley pun with it. Rid me, baby, one more time. No, it's this. Those are shriek bats. They're from the original game. They were called something else.
Screeblers.
Screeblers. That's what they're called. So here's one cool. Oh, hold on. This tree's filled with poison, so we're going to just jump past it. Metroid Prime. The cool thing about this game is, people when it came out were all worried that it was basically going to be like a first-person shooter, like a Halo clone or something. And they're like, that's not what That's not what Metroid's all about. Here's a save point.
Why can't we make the Metroid crawl?
But you can make her roll. But I think they did a really good job, especially in the first game, of kind of, even though the gameplay's obviously different because it's in first person, like the atmosphere and kind of the feel of the game is very Metroid-y.
Yeah.
Because you got this big world that you're exploring. Get some missiles there.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they did with when they transferred Mario over to Mario 64.
Right.
They did a good job of keeping the feel of the game over to the 3D.
Right. Well, and I can only think of really 3 franchises that really did a good job transferring from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional games.
Are they all Nintendo?
Yeah. It's Mario.
I know the third one.
Mario and Zelda with Ocarina of Time, and then Metroid.
Yeah. Sonic hasn't really transferred over very well.
No, I mean there are a lot of people who like Sonic Adventure, but I'm not really one of them.
Star Fox's Adventure is much better.
Well, Star Fox was in 3D to start with, so I don't know if you can count that.
Well, my joke is that Star Fox Adventure is supposedly bad.
Well, so it went from 3D to worse 3D, I guess.
Although the transfer from the SNES to the 64 version of Star Fox was pretty nice.
That's true, but yeah, that was both 3D. So, but there's a trope on TV tropes about that phenomenon called the polygon ceiling, where sorry, I'm shooting these vines in the eyeball. 'Cause that's how.
Oh, another one that
crap.
transferred that ended up transferring very well was the Final Fantasy series.
Well, okay.
Well, a lot of people don't like the Lego people from FF7, but overall, with adding the FMVs and
right.
the giant story, it still did well, and they
right.
got rid of the whatever problems FF7 had with the follow-ups.
With FF8, because FF8 solved every single problem in the Final Fantasy series.
I said follow-ups.
Oh, FF9, that one solved all the problems with FF8.
You're forgetting FF10, which many consider one of the better ones.
Not Spoonie. He's the only person's opinion I care about. Anyway, that's not true. So you go around this room, you scan these 4 items, and then you get communism here. That's the communism symbol. And it gives you the charge beam. Also, it gives you this lore back here, which we're going to read quickly. We have come back to this planet because a great cataclysm happened and cast a shadow of debris. We saw it from beyond space and time. But there was corruption and a great poison. Blah, 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 and it ripped us out of our shells or something.